What's up, sons? It's Blind Ryan once again with yet another performance mashup versus mode between the EVGA GTX 1060 6GB, which is actually going to specifically be the super clocked edition, and the MSI RX 480 Gaming X edition. And the game is going to be none other than Battlefield 1. Stick around. So in case you've been living in a bunker, Battlefield 1 came out, and we have done tests like this before in both Gears of War 4 and Forza Horizon 3. If you want to check those videos out, be sure to click the link wherever it pops up. They've traded blows in both of those, and we needed to see, if you're playing Battlefield 1, which card should you pick up. To do this, we needed to find a good place to benchmark the game. Within the game, we want to avoid multiplayer because the online connectivity can cause issues with capturing frame rate, and it's unpredictable as to where those physics and different effects will take effect. So we're going to be running the benchmark in the campaign mode, and it's not going to be the opening sequence because the opening sequence is kind of too busy and has too much going on to be consistent. So it'll be in chapter 1, Mud and Blood, and it'll be at the very beginning right after the cutscene where you're in the tank. Now you'll take that tank and you'll drive down the hill, you'll drive through a mud pit, and you'll drive kind of up a hill and under a bridge. Now if that bridge doesn't blow up, you want to rerun it because most of the time it will, and that's going to change the benchmarks. After the bridge blows up, you're going to have a turret on the left and a turret to the right middle. You'll shoot both of those with the cannon because the cannon's going to cause some different frame rates than it would with the machine gun. And once you've done that, you can stop the benchmark, and it should be about 60 seconds long. Now, to capture these numbers, we used present mon. If you guys aren't sure how to use that, I'll leave a link in the description below with my video. I also put together a compiler for it that I have on my Google Drive that is open for any of y'all to download, so it's easier to install than if you grab it off GitHub. To get min and max frame rates, we calculated the 99th and 1st percentile, and the average is obviously just an average of all of the numbers. The test system is an i7-3770K mated to the Asus Pro Thunderbolt Z77 motherboard. All of the applications are running on a 500GB PNY SSD, and it is all supplied power by an AX860i from Corsair. It would probably be an important note that the 3770K is overclocked to 4.4 GHz and has been for all of these tests. So let's hop into the chart. You'll see here we have both the cards head to head. You will have the blue bar for the EVGA GTX 1060 6GB, and you will have the orange bar for the MSI RX 480 Gaming X. Starting out with the EVGA GTX 1060, we had min frame rate of 71.4 with an average of 92 and a max of 134.1. All of these benchmarks are in 1080p Ultra with no HBAO. Keep that in mind. The MSI, on the other hand, had a minimum of 83.3 with an average of 109 and a max of 132.9. There is a very clear winner here going to the RX 480 Gaming X edition. However, if you're interested in spending a little bit less money, more in the $180 to $220 range, be sure to check out my comparison between the EVGA GTX 1060 3GB and the RX 474GB. If you're interested in individual reviews for either one of these cards, I'll leave the links right here, and you can click over and check out other benchmarks for those exact cards. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comment section below, is Battlefield going to be a game you spend a lot of time in, and will it have any bearing on which graphics card you decide to purchase? And until next time, I'll see you next Tuesday.